if that goes bad, you know.
Well, you're forward biased even without modulating. You'll be drawing. You'll see it on your meter. You'll be drawing 600 to 800 mils if it's biased on hard enough. Yeah, that circuit goes positive.
Yeah, that happened to me once a couple years ago, and I'm looking at the darn thing, and I'm like, wow, this is... Oh, wait a minute, I know what went bad.
Yeah. You got it. You got it. No, I love this thing. It's my permanent amp. I had the Alpha, which could go $3,000, but I'd never like to run it up. And this one weighs 55 pounds, and that Alpha's 90. I put her on the shelf. Let's see. Mike, why don't you take it? K2YN.
Wasn't there another station in there besides Mike?
I'm going to take a quick break, guys. NX5DX.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Was it Dan?
Yes, Roger. Dan, W8 Kilo Mexico X-ray, Valhalla, South Carolina.
Well,
sounding good. Coming in strong.
Raleigh,
Yeah, everybody's about 5'9" to 10 over, so I don't think the band's particularly great, but I don't, it's in the middle, I guess. Dan, Dale here has a design I like on an antenna, and he uses it for 20 and says that he gets great results. And I'm making a higher frequency version of that, Dale, and socking it in at about 100 feet off the ground. I'm using a centralized tree that's 100 feet tall, and I'm going to use it as a hub to reach out to 4 other trees. Over?
Okay, so I do have a correction for the dimensions that are showing on my QRZ page. I show the vertical stubs, the linear loaded stubs at 40 feet. They're actually 34 feet. I made a mistake when I made that drawing.
Thank you, because I've been designing that antenna in EasyNet software, and it worked much better, 34 feet, 33, and that's a natural point for, say, what would we go for? Half wave on 20 meters, over.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry, I need to go in and fix that, but I don't know what I was thinking when I made that drawing, but I just had to recently rebuild this one. I had one of these storms that came through here, a great big old pine tree branch came loose and had to, of course, land on my antenna, of course.
That sucks. That always sucks. I hate that. Oh, God. We didn't get it too bad here. You being more easterly, you picked up a little of that hurricane, I guess. We got a little bit of rain, and that was about it.
Yeah, 5.5 inches.
Let's see.
So are you on the antenna now?
Anyway,
John?
yeah, I'm experimenting with that antenna design in EasyNet. It's the easiest way to handle that. And it's a pretty neat setup. It's a great way to get a lot of wire out there. 3 wavelengths on 20 meters, or something like that. Is wavelength and a half on 40, it should work well.
Yeah, it's a killer antenna on 20 meters. Tuner goes in bypass and it's flat across the whole band.
X. Yeah, I gotta check my mind here, Dan. Pick it up. This is K2YN.
Yeah,
we keep doubling, John.
W8 KMX, a lot of doubling going on there. You guys are talking over top of each other. I tell you what, why don't you guys go ahead and finish talking? I need to get out of here anyway. There's some tasks I need to do before I fix my dinner here, but nice meeting everybody all the way around. 7-3's thanks back to you, Mike, there, if you're still there, for giving me a call earlier, and I'll turn it over to you. NX5DX W8KMX is clear with the group.
Okay, very good. Sorry about that, guys. Had a phone call from the granddaughter. Okay, very good, Dan. Nice to meet you, and I hope to meet you again. Got you logged in, so we'll listen for you the next time down the road. KMX with the group and X5DX.
So long, Dan. You take care. I hope things go well for you tonight. There's still a few hours in this day left. Over to you, Dale.
Yeah, all right. Well, good. I'm glad it's working out for you. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I made that drawing on my QRZ page, but I have to go in there and fix it. 34 feet on the stubs, 33 feet across the top, and it's just magic.
Yeah, it should be too. So, you've got yourself one wavelength of wire hanging vertically on each side and a wavelength on the top. 3 total on 20 meters. Now, that antenna will work on some of the other bands pretty good. Over.
Well, it works on 40 meters. My L network 10-tech tuner matches it on all of the bands just fine with a 4-to-1 remote balance. Except for 160 meters. I can't tune it on 160. But if I swap the balun out for a 1-to-1 balun, then I can load it up all over the place on 160. Of course, it's very short there, but it still works.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's an interesting design. I think it looks like it should just work wonderfully, and you're, of course, reviewing it positively, so I thought I'd use it for some of my favorite bands, 10 and 15 meters. I'm sort of old-fashioned. I like 17 and 12. 17. But when you get activity, 15 and 10 are very interesting. I love the quiet noise floor on 10. Sometimes you're talking to Australia with 100 watts and you're getting like 10 over 9 or better. That's kind of neat. And let's see here. Yeah, the tree is a hub, Dale. One side of a wire configuration. All the antennas that are going to be made are basically 2-point antennas, like a dipole is, connecting at 2 points. And so some distances are less than 40 feet. So the high-frequency antennas go in those slots. But I'm going to have a nice population of antennas at various angles. Some northeast, some southwest, northeast, wherever. I'll have 3 ZS6 PKWs because that's my antenna of choice for 40 and 20 meters. According to Easy Neck, I'm not dreaming. And, you know what people don't know, they were made for 20 meters and get a 3 dB gain on 40, 4 dB on 20, according to Easy Neck. But, you know, I've got one here, and it just is a great competitor for 92 feet. That's a nice package for that short. And on 80, you probably are an S unit down compared to a dipole the same height. You're probably like 5'9" instead of 5 over. So it's not such a terrible loss. I don't get down on 80 much anymore. I used to do it a lot. Over to you, Dale. W4AUV in the group. K2YN.
K2YN, area of Sundry. This is W4AUV. Well, good. I'm glad it's working out for you. I've had a number of hams here locally in Raleigh that have built. I built one for one of these for another friend of mine, and another guy built one. And they're all telling me I need to market this thing, over.
Oh, your antenna. Uh-huh. Well, what would you be charging?
I don't know. I mean, probably $50,000 and $100,000 if you'd like us to come out and install it.
Yeah. You know, worried about quantity, that's for sure, as far as customers go. I always thought it'd be neat to take like a sojourn to your friends who can't get antennas up or, you know, came up short on creativity and set these folks up. You got a van loaded